Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of Life of Love. I'm Adam.
I'm Steph.
And we are still in love.
Yep.
Madly.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, funny story. Before we do this, actually record the podcast, we do a little sample, and Steph's had a little piece of hair that was sticking up. So I fixed it, and I went back to the camera, but it was still on the video that we just shot as the trial. So 3 times I kept trying to fix her hair. I was fixed the whole time. I just kept staring at the same video. So anyways.
Oh, it's so good.
Yes.
So good.
A little behind the scenes there. Anyways. Yes, welcome to episode 14. Thank you all if you've been watching us every week. Thank you so much for that. If this is your first time tuning in, you just want to know what's going on. So we're a married couple from Kitchener, Ontario. We just come on here every week, talk about life and love and family. We've got 3 boys that are growing. They're all becoming teenagers now. And we like to just talk about other things in the news, ways to help other parents out, some of the wins and losses we've had over our parenting career. And just hopefully we can give you a piece of advice or you can hear something that will help you out in your everyday living.
Yeah.
So today we've got some rapid fire questions. We asked good old AI. We love talking about AI. AI, absolutely amazing tool. I've been very stressful the last couple weeks around here with taxes and everything, and I've got my own business stuff that I have, plus work and your work and all this stuff that's going on. So just for me, having that tool between ChatGPT and Grok, I've just been going back and forth asking them questions on, how best do I write this off? What's the relationship for things? So definitely an amazing tool that to help you out. So there we go. All right, so let's go. Rapid fire questions here. We've got about 20 or so of them.
All right. What's your favorite memory from our first date?
I just remember being with you. And
I would hope.
and I just remember like it just felt so natural, and perfect, and like it was the right thing happening at the right time.
Yeah, I remember we went to see a movie, didn't we? Yeah, we went to see a movie, and then we went to McDonald's afterwards. I think just the going to McDonald's after our place of employment was fun. What's one thing I do that always makes you laugh?
There's always just these like little things where, like we're just
like
laughing,
that.
like we're laughing right now, right? Just the little things that like doesn't even make any sense. Like we're just laughing because this little piece of hair that I already fixed. So. For me, it's just all
I kept thinking, like, where is it? Like, where's his hair?
It happens all the time, just like the way we can just, like, crack, like, little jokes with each other. There was, I forget, there was just something I was just reading. It was something like, it's your best friend when you can crack jokes with each other.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they tell you that you're a jerk. But, and you were a jerk about it, but it's okay. You can still laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like the little kind of back and forth banter, where it's like those little digs, but it's playful little digs. Yeah, those are probably like, they make me laugh. They make me roll my eyes, but they also make me laugh. If we could travel anywhere tomorrow, where would you pick?
I'd probably say like Italy.
Oh, yeah? I would say anywhere warm.
I was going to say, like, Dominican, because the kids were asking, too, like, hey, we haven't been to Dominican in a while.
I know.
Just like,
that costs money, children.
Unfortunately, right now, we did a big trip we did 2 trips last year.
Yeah,
so,
we're good.
I was thinking that, too, somewhere warm. And I know some people that moved down to Mexico as well. So, just like, we were just talking about the cell phone plans. Now you can get the Canada, U.S., Mexico.
Yeah.
It's like, well, how many times can we go to Mexico? Can we go there 2 or 3
make it worth it.
Go down there 2 or 3 times a year. I might as well make the switch to. But for sure.
I would say anywhere warm. If it's in the non-summer months. In the summertime, I would say I still want to see Canada. Like, I still want to go out west. I want to go out east.
I was just thinking that too, because we were looking on online the other day with airfare tickets. It's like in like low 200s to go fly there and back to go to like Edmonton or Calgary. So yeah, we had good times a year ago when we were in Calgary there. So going to Banff. So yeah, I would definitely want to go back there. I'd love to go to what was it, Lake Louise? Is that where we went to? In the summertime, like we had like the perfect day when we went there, like sun shining perfectly behind the mountain. Like we got the best picture. I got in my office here. There's a picture from that day with us. So
yeah, I want to see it in the summertime or in not snow
well, it's
time.
It's like when you first go to a place, like you're just like feeling it out.
Yeah.
But like now that we've been there and we went to Banff twice, so and Calgary for a couple days, so we kind of know the area.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, when I go back,
and I want to bring the kids there. Like, I think it's important for us to show them like Canada, right? Like,
not just
we have Ontario.
The means, so yeah, definitely something to think about.
Yeah. What's your go-to comfort food that I make for you? Do I make comfort food?
Well, I mean, one thing that I love is when yesterday, or was it yesterday or the day before, you made Caesar salad, and it's no matter how many times I make it, like it's just never there. It's like always too dry, or just like something's off. And I remember like we never ate salads growing up. We would have like peas and carrots and corn, potatoes. Like that was all that we ever had. We weren't a salad people. And then I just remember, like your parents would always have like or just like garden salad.
Yep.
And then the one time, I don't know what it was, but then all of a sudden you're just like, oh, we're making Caesar. And I never really tried it aside from like when McDonald's had the Caesar salad, but I wasn't like a fan of the dressing, so I didn't really eat it. And I was just like, this is like the greatest thing. I used to joke it was called crack salad because I would just eat a whole bowl of it. When we had our last house, I would just have this giant bowl, like a whole a whole like heart of every night. I would eat that of Caesar salad. I just became addicted to it.
It was a salad dressing.
Eat it every night. Well, Renee's Mighty Caesar.
Yeah.
And but it's bad. It's bad too in the sense I'm just eating all this salad and I'm filled with salad, and then I'm like, why can't I grow any muscle? I was having to working out. I'm not eating no protein. It's just
all lettuce.
All salad. So now I drink a protein shake with my salad now.
For me, I would say if you make any sort of like dessert, I'd be like, oh yeah. Any sort of dessert, I'm like, that's great. What's the silliest thing we've ever argued about?
Well, I think the silliest thing we argue about all the time, and it just keeps happening, is
politics.
You can't even. It doesn't work.
No.
You know what's funny? We were just listening to one podcast there, Scott Fox does, and it was talking about like who would you have over for dinner. So the wife's like, I would want to have Elizabeth May over, and the dad's like, I want to have Polyev, and the kid's a conservative, and the mom's a Democrat, and all this stuff. And it's like it's kind of funny because when we were younger, we kind of just were both kind of like pro like NDP.
Yeah.
But I think that's just how it is. And I mean, all throughout high school too, like kids all thought that kind of way. I don't know, it's just how it was just pitched to us and just the timing of everything. And I was then, I don't think I've never voted for Liberals ever, but not to get too much on political here, but Green Party, like the Green Party people in our area here are really good.
Mm-hmm.
I should say, no, we voted for Liberal. A friend of ours was a Liberal candidate a couple years ago, so we voted for him, whatever, back then. But yeah, it's just times just change, and then as like I ran my own business, and so you start to see things a different way, which then you skew more towards conservative viewpoint. But you as a nurse, you're obviously more geared towards liberals. So anyways, it's just like we started arguing the other day. It's like
it's funny. It's funny that you say I'm like I lean more liberal, and I've never voted like liberal.
but it's just like the other day I was just like, oh, we just need to stop this conversation. It's never gonna go, and it's just it doesn't even matter what you pull up, right? Because it is what it is. So it's just a mute point. Don't even talk about it, and we're good to go.
Yeah, I guess. What is one song that reminds you of us?
I don't know why it's just crossed my mind, but "Hero" by Enrique Iglesias.
What?
That was a big song when we first started dating.
That is so random.
I don't know.
Oh,
That's
man.
Also, there's a song "First Date" by Blink-182.
Oh, yeah.
That song came out like the summer before like we started dating. And yeah, so it's like talking about how like this guy fell in love with a girl at a rock show and stuff, right? And stuff like that. That album, anyways, all those songs from that era kind of just take me back to that time of being a kid. And I used to always bike a lot, and then so when you're biking and thinking, like, anyways, just brings me to that point.
For me, I would say, I don't know. I don't really have like one song that reminds me of us, but I would say like Aerosmith, the "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" or "I Don't Want to Lose a Thing" or something like that. Yeah, that one, or our wedding song. Definitely, obviously reminds me of us. What is my most annoying habit?
Yours, for me, is like the little things that, like, you yell at the kids, pick up their stuff off the floor, and it's like every day there's your socks on the floor.
Yep.
Or clean up stuff in the kitchen, and it's like, well, you left 2 things out. Whatever.
I know.
Pick it up and move on. And that's it. Same thing with the kids. It's the exact same thing they do, right? Like, I don't know why it is our middle son, for some reason, when he gets changed for bed, he leaves a pile of clothes.
Clothes on the ground, yes.
Get the laundry basket's right out, and then it's just like you trip over his clothes every morning. So
with me, I lose my train of thought. So I very easily will like take off like my clothes, and then I'll be like, okay, I gotta go do this. And then I totally forget about that. And then like next thing I know, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. But yes, I very much, squirrel. For you, I don't know if it's a habit, but you're snoring. It's most certainly is an annoying habit when I'm trying to sleep and you wake me up. What's the best gift I've ever given you?
My children.
Oh!
How came right to my mind when I was reading through this quickly scanning.
How am I supposed to top that?
Your nice giant wedding ring that everybody... Hey?
I was going to say there was this one date weekend. I don't know if it was... We were dating. And I don't know if it was like an anniversary that we were celebrating or if it was like my birthday. But I remember because you had the Corolla, I believe. And you hid a gift under the seat and you were so slick and sly. You were like, oh, under the seats, there's a box of Kleenex. Can you get it for me? And then I went down and I pulled out a gift and I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. Yes, that whole little like weekend.
What was the gift?
It was Friends, I think season 9 or 10. Yeah, the box set. Back when, we had to buy the box sets. But yes, I still have that memory.
I think we were going to Wonderland that day too. I think that's what.
I don't know if it must have been for my birthday.
I think we're going to Wonderland for your birthday, and then
Yeah. If I were an animal, what would I be? Don't.
I'm gonna say a tiger.
Oh.
Like I would say like a pit bull too. Like just because your stature, but no, like,
Chihuahua.
You're like a no. I would say a tiger. Yeah. You can pounce, attack. Yeah.
I don't know. What's a smart animal? Because you're smart. What animal is smart?
Be a gorilla.
Gorilla? Sure. You
You're like this one thing
you're like a sponge that you just absorb everything.
I thought this was actually terrible. Back when people were teaching like monkeys and gorillas back in the day, they actually taught the gorilla that you are going to die. How depressing was that?
Oh my God.
They tried to they would show like videos of gorillas dying. Anyways, that's terrible.
I say whatever animal is the smartest because you're like a sponge and you absorb all the knowledge. But yeah. What's your favorite thing about our podcast?
I like the fact that just a time set aside where it's like we're in our own little bubble.
Yeah,
and
I
then
guess.
we can just talk about random whatever, like, and then we share in these funny moments. And
I like these funny moments.
Even though sometimes we've done this and like you're just drained and you're like, oh my God, we forgot to do this. We got to get it done, and we try to make sure it's out every weekend.
Yeah.
Just for consistency that way.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, so it's just nice that we can sit down and we can joke about this stuff. So
I like when we joke around and have funny things to talk about, and when we laugh. That's my favorite thing. What's one thing you'd change about our first kiss? The fact that it was in a McDonald's.
Oh. You know what? I thought about that first, but you know what? I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's funny.
It fit in the moment, but now that we're older, I'm like, yeah.
That's okay. Because, yeah, if anyone doesn't know, we worked at McDonald's when we were like 16. That's where we first met.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we went there after one of our first official date without friends or anything.
Yeah.
Went there afterwards, and then, yeah, right there. But,
coffee or tea? Which one is more us? Coffee.
Yeah, coffee. So, yeah, we have a thing where every Sunday when we go for groceries, usually there's a deal on Tim Hortons app for like 20% off, or sometimes it's 2 coffees and a donut for $5 or something like that. So we always do that. And man, I never even drank coffee till I was like 35.
Yep.
Didn't even find any, even like the coffee flavor, even didn't really appeal to me on like candy and stuff. But yeah, working long hours on this one shift or on this one site during COVID, and people were always bringing in like Take 10s. So I just kept sitting there and playing around with different combinations until I found the one that kind of liked. But now we got the sugar-free vanilla syrup we put in everything, and
it's like Frank's Red Hot. We put that stuff in everything. What's the weirdest thing I've ever said in my sleep? I don't know. Do I talk in my sleep? Because I don't think so.
Every once in a while you just say like rant, but it's not like can't really say that there's anything. I think every once you said like, you know, get it or I got it or something like that.
It's you. Anytime that I try and get you to stop snoring, you'll be like, I'm not snoring. I'm not doing anything. Yeah.
You tell me to get on my side.
Get on your side. You're like, I am on my side. I'm like,
side of your body. I've literally woken up and went, this is the middle of the bed. I'm on my side. I mean, while you're trying to say roll over onto the side of your body. Right? Yeah, it's kind of funny, man. Those arguments.
Yeah. Well, it's like you'll when we were was it when we were dating or when we like moved in together? Because I say open the lights, and I've always said open the lights, and you're like, what is that? What does that mean? What do you mean open the lights? And I'm like, open the lights, right?
Which is funny though, because
or then I say close the light.
Because if you think of electrically wise, if you open up the circuit, that's like would turn the lights off. So it's just
yes, I know. It's one of those little quirky things that
your parents. The Portuguese word influence that.
Yes, because they always said open and close the light. So, what's your favorite movie we've watched together? I think The Greatest Showman.
I was just going to say the same thing. I say, well, we watched not another teen movie. That was the first movie we watched together. But yeah, we've seen Greatest Showman a couple times now.
Love it. Love it. To
watch.
What's one chore you secretly love doing with me? First, I think you need to ask what's one chore I secretly love doing. None of them.
I was just thinking about this today because things have been so busy the last like couple months. But so we were working together, just making food and cooking food and working on some candle stuff for your business. And so, like all today we're just working, joking, and then took a break, watched some TV.
I think
working together.
Yeah, it's the little things. It's not one singular chore, I should say, but it's the teamwork approach I
also love when we clean the house together because you take care of the bathrooms.
Yes,
I just have to dust and vacuum. So
yes. What's one food I love that you can't stand?
It's just it's like your parents made it last week or something. It's like egg and pea stew or something.
Yeah,
It's like, what is that?
I love it. I love
Which is
it.
so funny.
I think it's any
never
Portuguese
eat
food because
peas?
I don't make Portuguese food at home
You never
because
eat the peas here. That's the funniest thing.
but the way that she makes it, that's good. Yes, I don't. I understand where you're coming from. Where like I don't like peas on their own. Like that's disgusting. But the way she makes this like pea stew
With eggs and
potato. Yes, I don't care. It is so good. It doesn't taste like peas. There's a difference. What's one food that you love that I can't stand? Oof. I don't know if there is.
hamburger helper.
Yep. Ding, ding, ding.
I can't.
Yeah. I don't know. I never grew up with like Cheese Whiz with Hamburger Helper. I never grew up with any of that. So I never experienced it until we were like together. And the first time I tried Cheese Whiz, I was like, oh my, what is this? But Hamburger Helper, I was just like, oh, this.
Yeah, there was a video a while ago about some lady like chastising another lady. It's like, if you make hamburger helper for your husband, you shouldn't even be married. And then like the guys are like, hey, if I got any hamburger helper, I'm loving it. I'm just like, I could eat hamburger helper all day long. Cheeseburger, macaroni. And I double up the meat, so it's like
Yes, you do.
I'll put 3 pounds of beef with 2 boxes.
Yes.
And our oldest likes it.
Yeah.
That
is one
eats
thing.
it,
Yeah, I can't stomach it.
We ate it so much. Like, so my dad worked afternoons, my mom worked day shifts, so that they didn't have to pay for
daycare. Yeah.
So it would be like you'd be looking forward to it because it's like once a week, my dad would make hamburger helper.
Yeah.
One day he'd make macaroni. The next day he'd do like this, like it was kind of like breakfast stir fries, like potatoes and meat and eggs and vegetables and stuff. So anyway, we grew up on loving that stuff. It's funny when people talk about all this stuff. Like, I love chicken nuggets. I love pizza. I love all the symbols of hot dogs, hamburgers, because that's what we grew up on. So for me, it's really good. Now, when we had what was it, like the Hello Fresh or something we've had before? But it's like here's a hamburger, but it's like got a little fancy mustard vinaigrette, and like package, a little salad, right? Yeah. But it's still a burger, but obviously that's for the adult taste. But
what's your favorite season for us as a couple? Does it mean season as in like spring, summer?
Yeah.
Oh, obviously summer.
Yeah, for sure, summer.
Like we got the pool, so
hanging out, watching you in your bathing suit.
Yes, I see you.
Yeah. The kids don't use the pool half the time. They won't put sunscreen on, so they don't use the pool during the day. So they just get to chill out there.
We go in the pool.
They didn't want to go to the beach last year, so we went to the beach without them. So.
Literally, we're like, bye. What is one thing I wear that you love?
I like when you're like.
When I actually dress up and wear clothes.
No, I was gonna say when you're dressed down in like sporty wear.
Oh, really? Like sweatpants?
Yeah, but you have like these they're like cargo-y type pants.
Oh, right? Yeah. Just, like Calvin Klein's. Yep, love those. I like when you dress up. Like I like when you wear the button-down shirts, and if you have a tie, nice pair of slack type of pants, or even like a dark wash jean with a sport coat. Yes, that looks good on you. What's the most spontaneous thing we've ever done? I don't think we have. I guess there's time to still do something spontaneous. Have you ever done anything spontaneous?
We do things all the time. We're just like...
Right. Maybe my idea of what spontaneous is different.
How big you want spontaneous to be. Like we've just gone on trips. We've gone on.
Yeah.
We're going to Toronto today to watch the Jays game, or.
Yeah, but that's not really spontaneous.
Well, it's not like we're just like sitting there planning it weeks in advance.
Yeah.
We do stuff all the time. It's just like, let's go here, let's go there. It's nice now that the kids are older too. We don't have to, they just chill at home. So.
We ask, do you want to come? They say no. We say bye. What's your favorite way to say, no, what's your favorite way I say I love you without words?
I would say that's like when like I come home and like everything's done. There's food, or if I work late or something, food's in the fridge or stuff like that. Everything's taken care of.
I would say it's the same way for me. Like if I come home and the house is cleaned, there's food done, or there's like treats or snacks, or any of the times that you like book a like a spa day for me or a mani-pedi, any of those things, I'm like, oh, that's cute. What's one hobby we should try together? I don't know.
Dancing.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I thought that's what you were going to say.
Yeah, I didn't, my mind didn't go there. I was going to be like, I don't know, hobby, let's make candles.
Yeah, we'll do that too.
No, but dancing, yeah, I could see that. Yes, that's a good one. What's the best meal we've ever shared? Is this home cooked or restaurant?
I guess it can be whatever you want.
There was this one place we went to in Niagara. I think it was for our anniversary. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember like it was like kind of
downstairs.
Like
it was
old
like a
cellar
prefix type of thing.
Yeah, that was really good food. Also that Brazilian restaurant where you flip.
Niagara.
Yeah,
that's like I think by the Hilton there.
Yeah, it's the Brazilian place where it's like a buffet and stuff. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Home cooked. I don't know. What have I made that has been really good?
Most meals are good. I would say it was, I don't know what year it was, one of your birthdays, but we went to Borealis here in town.
Yeah.
And I just remember like it's like the lady like she said, "Oh, this is our appetizer." We're like, "Oh, what do you recommend?" She's like, "Oh, you always get this." We're like, "Okay, well, I've never been here." And I just remember like eating it. It's like, oh my God, everything here is so good. It's like all the different dips. There's like sweet potato fries and all these different like fries, whatever in a thing.
Yes.
It's like, oh my God, everything is good.
Borealis is good. It's so good.
Cambridge Mill was another one.
Yes. It's just really expensive. But
same thing.
Yes.
It's just like, oh my God, everything's good. There's that Lighthouse restaurant or something on the way, like going to Niagara Falls by like Grimsby area. Same thing. It's like, oh my God, I don't even want to like finish eating this food so I can save some for later. Because it's just,
yeah, I would say I would agree with you on those ones for sure. What's one thing you knew about me the day we met?
That you were the one.
Bull crap. No, you did it. Bull crap. That's a lie. I would say I knew that you were one of the good ones. Like I just had that vibe or that energy that you were one of the good ones. Would you like to think about it?
I could like set. I say this to you now too. Like I can sense like. It's like your aura or like your spirit or the energy you give off. Like that's what I could just like, like this is good. And it's like I say, the kids, funny, like I say, the kids feel it too. Like when you work late, like when you have to work till 6 o'clock and the kids, you can feel like the kids are just like moping around. Like, and me too. I'm just like sitting there. It's like, what am I gonna do? I come home after 4 and it's like, we're just like sitting there.
Oh, man.
For like an hour waiting for you.
So cute. What's the one, what's your favorite photo of us?
So we've got this one. It's up in our, we got like a little chest or whatever it's called. So there's a picture of us and we were like,
that
17. One. It was like Halloween.
Yes.
Anyways, and I'm wearing this like mask and my mom took a picture. Anyway, so
yeah, that was cute. I think one of the newer ones that we took. I think we took one in England, and I think it was on top of like one of the double-decker buses, and the traffic was behind us. I just really liked that one because I was like, oh, bucket trip. Here's a picture of us, and we're on the double-decker bus thing. Yeah, it was cute. But I do have lots of nice photos of us that are my favorite.
I also have, my screensaver is a picture of us at Wonderland. So
yeah, where I don't think I look very good in that picture. What's one place in our home that feels most ours? Obviously, our bedroom. Like, I like my bed.
We were lucky in our house. It would have been a three bedroom, maybe 2 bath originally, but someone at some point put an addition over the garage and put 2 more bedrooms. So our master bedroom is the size of, it's like 12 by 15.
Yeah,
it's huge.
It's a big bedroom.
And then our bedroom is also like 14 by like 18.
Bathroom.
No, our bedroom as well.
Oh.
Our bedroom's like 14 by 18 feet as well. We got fireplace with a TV on it. So
I do. I love our house, but I would say our bedroom feels most ours. Like, especially the bathroom. Like, it's everything that I've, thought I would want in a bathroom is there. So, yeah. What is one dream you hope we achieve together?
I hope that we live long to see our grandkids, great grandkids. So I'm just like, there's so much to answer this question.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I hope we get to keep exploring the world together and we stay happy regardless of the ups and downs that happen regularly, and we just keep plowing forward. And that's just life right now with everything that's going on. Both, we touched briefly on this, but politically and financially, trying to get over this hump that we have, and just move past. We got issues with non-paying tenants that we're dealing with from last year that's carried over to this year. Still, we're fighting for. We got other real estate deals trying to get done. We've got a property we're trying to develop. And we got kids we're trying to also hang out with and keep them on the straight and narrow. At the same time, our jobs, we keep, there's just more and more work at our jobs and different options that keep coming up for us. And just trying to stay together at the same time. But I just hope that forever we get to keep.
I agree. I know I've said it before. Like, I wouldn't want to do this with anybody else. Like, I want to fight with you. I want to make up with you. I want to explore the world, and I want to do all the things. And I hope that we do get to achieve it. And I hope that, the peaks and the valleys, that we're going to have more peaks than valleys.
Well, there's a good saying, and it was like, after every peak, there's a valley, but then there's another, an even greater peak to reach. Yeah. So it's like the stock market, right? Yeah. Right? Yeah. And away we go. And
I will say, eyes have been opened the last few years, and I think it kind of puts little things into perspective. And I think if we can
you start to really
fix the future from all those,
and you see the way that everybody was brought up and how we were told to do things, and all the people that go against it, you can see why they say that stuff. Like, why it's not super important. I was just listening to a thing with Gary Vee, and the guy's like, this guy owns an apartment, but his mom's pushing for him to buy a house. Well, he owns his apartment, but his mom's pushing for him to own a house because the house is a sign of, wealth and strongness. And this guy wants to start his business. Yeah. And, the guy's going, well, start your business. You have enough money to start your business. You don't want to be 60 years old and regretting the fact that you didn't open that store. Or you didn't run for that business. And, I mean, we're lucky now that, we've got our oldest son looking for a job, and you just tell him, like, just pick anything. We don't even care. If you get sick of that job after a month or two, move on. Or just pick something. You want to go cut people's lawns. You want to do social media for people. You want to learn how to play video. You want to do video games and stream. Pick something, learn it, because once you have that skill, no one can take that skill away from you. Yeah. And now you have that skill. You never know when it's transferable.
Exactly.
It's like when we created this podcast, I had to learn how to, well, actually, what I first did is I started editing other people's YouTube videos so I could learn the ins and outs of that, then learn out how to do it myself. And here we go. And now I can pitch this to other people and for work. And now I can help grow, right? So it's a skill now I don't have that, and I can pass down to somebody else.
Yeah.
And vice versa. And so, but this is all stuff, you know, we were always taught, like, you know, and it was, I mean, it works out too, because, like, you know, my parents.
I think the things that we were taught, it no longer serves in today's world. Like, we were told, go get an education, go work at that job for X number of years, and
as things keep changing with robotics, AI, the advent of the internet and social media, and like influencers weren't a job before. Yeah. So all those people aren't in the workforce anymore.
Yeah.
And people who, you know, used to be in like television and you know, movies and all that stuff, it's everything shifted. You can just make everything yourself on AI. You got robots helping you out, all this stuff, automation.
Yeah.
So it's just good though that we've been able to together learn those things, understand those things together, and then hope that the next generation that we bring up, that we allow them to have an open mindset as well and understand that there's more than one way to do things.
There's more than one way to do things. And if life throws lemons at you, or if you're backed into a corner, pivot.
Yeah, exactly.
Pivot.
That's that's a good thing. I just heard a quote. It was basically saying that exact same thing, that, you know, you can't get strong without the pain.
Yeah.
If you want to build muscle, there's got to be some pain. No pain, no gain. And there's another thing. It's like, you know, the most successful person is the one that's standing on all of their failures, because you built those, you know, that's how you build up your skills. So
yeah. Well, that's all the questions.
Yeah, that's all right, everyone.
Don't have anything else.
Thanks again if you guys made it all the way to the end of this episode. Again, make sure you're checking us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. We post daily shorts as well on YouTube. If you guys want to get on the discussion for anything, reach out to there, or reach us out on social media as well. Our links are all in the show notes. And with that, we will see everybody next week.
Bye.